2 eyes, 2 ears, a chin, a mouth, 10 fingers, 2 nipples, a butt, 2 kneecaps, a penis. I have just described to you the Loch Ness Monster.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us in the Man Cave. As always, I'm Josh, and as always, I'm joined by Mr. Shane. How you doing tonight?
Well, you cannot say that anymore, Josh, because I was not in the last episode, or I was not in the Star Wars episode.
That's right, because 1, he doesn't like Star Wars, and 2, he fell asleep as soon as he hit the pillow. No, he did.
So let me just say, it's not that I don't like Star Wars, I just never took the time to watch it.
He's only seen the Phantom Menace. Like, come on.
I've only seen episode 1, and I just haven't took the time to watch it, so I just need to do it. I'm going to have to do it at one point, because, I'm sure I'd like it. I just need to watch it.
Yeah.
I'd probably watch it when, episode 15 comes out, because, Disney's going to make it live forever. And then, yes, I was tired last night, and I fell asleep as soon as I hit the pillow.
It happens, brother. It happens. So, we're just going to jump right into it. I think you have a topic for us, Shane?
Yes.
Let's do it.
The best, I'd say, comedy in American television, The Office. And I have 9. Oh, this just says insane fan theories of The Office. Some are lame, some are actually pretty interesting to read. So I'm going to read them to you and get your takes, because you like The Office, right, Josh?
I fucking love The Office.
Okay. And for the people who didn't see the tweets, today I've tweeted out, have it with your Saturday coffee as you listen to yesterday's episode. And Josh is like, well, what if you don't like coffee?
Yeah, coffee
sucks. I was like, do you like tea? And Josh didn't respond, but Colton did, so I didn't finish the joke. But if Josh said yes, I would have said, well, do you like it as much as you like men's butts?
I figured that's what you were going to go with it.
But, yeah, that didn't happen. So, okay, theory 1. Michael has serious dad issues. That's why he hates Toby, a divorced dad.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there's more to it. Sure, there's plenty of reasons why Michael hates Toby. He's depressed while Michael is somehow internally optimistic to the point of being delusional. And as for the HR representative in the office, he's the only one who has any real control over Michael. However, according to one Reddit user by the name of Athena Nike, this hatred has much deeper roots. Sure, he says it's because Toby's from HR. But if you look at all the stuff Michael gets away with, it's clear that Toby isn't ever coming down on him as hard as he could. As the corporate HR rep, Toby could have gotten Michael fired literally dozens of times. My theory is that Michael's parents divorced when he was young, and now channels his anger and feelings of abandonment towards Toby, who's a divorced father. Michael has no sense of subtlety or nuance, so doesn't see that Toby is a far better father and human than being his own dad. I'm sorry that I'm stumbling over this. I swear I'm 100% sober tonight. And it just says that it brings up that one time that Toby had to play games with him to get Michael to talk and all that. But
yeah, that's interesting. That seems pretty reasonable, really.
Yeah. It makes the most sense to me. I mean, other than, Toby's in HR and he's taking down... Michael wants to take down the system, even though he's part of the system, like he said in the one episode, but,
Yeah,
okay.
that seems pretty reasonable. You should bring that up to Alyssa and see what she thinks about that.
I will have to next year, because she has not watched all the series.
Oh,
She's bits and pieces here and there. Like every Christmas we watch Christmas episodes, so she knows all the Christmas episodes. She knows Michael's birthday, 'cause I watch that on my birthday, and she knows probably a few here and there holiday episodes, but nothing. She hasn't seen the whole series.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Next one.
Creed Bratton is not really Creed Bratton.
Go on.
Creed Bratton is without a doubt the Office's more mysterious characters, with a whole slew of strange quotes and mishaps to choose from when we're trying to answer the question, who the heck is Creed Bratton? Creed Bratton is not Creed Bratton. In one episode, he states that he transfers all his debts to an account under the name William Charles Schneider.
Which is his real name, by the way.
In another, he states the last guy who stole from him was never seen again, and his name was Creed Bratton. I propose that Creed's real name is William C. Schneider, and that after a man named Creed Bratton stole from him, he killed him and took his name. And if you remember from the money from season 4, Creed even flashes his real passport for the world to see, which says William Charles Schneider.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his real name, is, William Charles Schneider, and he goes by Creed Bratton in real life, too. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. Creed is just Creed, man. Creed's like fucking... He's Creed.
I have to say, the first watch through, I was like, why would they put this character in? But, after watching it time and time again, like the one episode where like he like stands up and hits Meredith and runs off, it's one of my favorite moments now.
Oh, slap, scream, run. He just... and then...
So, strike, scream, and run. All right, let's try it. It may have been my fault.
What the hell, Toby?
Okay. Next, Jim and Pam kissed 2 times on Casino Night. In the season 2 finale, Casino Night, when Jim kisses Pam, good God, I can't even speak.
Pisses.
In the season 3 premiere, Gay Witch Hunt, we flash back to that scene. But Reddit user Primetime22 points out that it's different. In Casino Night, after kissing, Pam and Jim stare at each other, unsure what to do. In Gay Witch Hunt, the scene opens mid-kiss, and once the kiss finishes, Jim smiles and says, "You have no idea how long I wanted to do that." According to this fan theory, there's footage missing between the kisses. First, Jim kisses Pam, then, after a pause, Pam kisses back. In season 3, we come in on the second kiss. The theory is supported by season 3, episode 17, Cocktails, in which Pam tells her fiance Roy she kissed Jim. Which, that's not really, we just, blew everything away with.
It's just kind of like, hey,
whatever.
check this out.
4. Toby's the Scranton Strangler.
Oh,
Now, this one's probably like the one I heard the most, even when the show was going on, that Toby was. This is a very short description, so. While the identity of the Scranton Strangler is eventually unveiled, one crazy fan theory believes that, by many suggestions, Toby was the killer. Remember that Toby disappeared to Costa Rica and returned a different person right when the killing started. He was also on the jury that convicted the killer, despite personal feelings that the man was innocent. There's a detailed breakdown of the theory here. It's a long read, but it makes a very convincing case that Toby was Scranton's Strangler. Now, I don't see Toby being the Strangler. I'll just put that out there. I get that he was very remorseful after and said that guy was, innocent, and the guy actually strangled him in jail. But yeah, I never saw Toby as a Scranton Strangler. Did you?
I mean, kinda, but at the same time, he's not, because he was strangled by the Strangler. But, it makes sense that he was.
Oh yeah, it makes sense, but I don't think they'd be like, oh yeah, especially with how he was at the finale, and him being like, I have 8 roommates, and at least I have friends. I feel like if he was a strangler, he would just strangle them all.
Yeah. I don't know, that he kind of gives off some weird vibes, like when they grew their mustaches for prostate cancer awareness. He's like, smile if you love men's prostates.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say he's the most normal guy out there, but like I don't know, he's no Dexter.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Roy cheated on Pam with Angela.
Oh.
Now, to even the most seasoned fans of The Office, this theory may sound a little far-fetched until seeing the evidence. Anyhow, that made no whatever. There's a number of scenes that it hints that he's attracted to Angela, but in which Angela is particularly complimentary of Roy. Here's evidence. In The Fire, Roy says he'd hook up with Angela in the game Who Would You Do,
Yeah.
showing that he has attraction to her. In Casino Night, Michael is opening the casino as Lady Fortune and says, "Old friends, new lovers," and there's a shot of Roy and Angela staring glances at each other, sort of like "let's hook up" kind of glance. Which I don't know if you can have that glance, but whatever. In Cocktails, you can briefly hear audio of Roy asking everyone at the bar if they want a drink, and you can hear Angela say something like, "Oh no, thank you, Roy. The line is just on the line on its own doesn't mean much, but it means more." Hold on, let me read this again. This line on its own doesn't mean much, but it's more the way she says it that interests me. She sounds very flustered, the way a girl talking to the crush sounds. In the same episode, Pam says she wants no secrets between her and Roy. Roy instantly becomes defensive and says that he totally could have done something, implying an affair, but he didn't. The way he says this is definitely suspicious and is absolutely not convincing that he's innocent of an affair. In the episode The Negotiation, Angela has more of a flustered speaking when Roy comes to get his last paycheck. She calls him very strong, and Kevin snickers out loud in the background. Maybe Kevin knew about the affair the way he knows about Oscar's affair later in the show.
I love that.
Now, let's consider Angela's role in all this. First, we know that Angela is not shy when it comes to having multiple lovers at once. She cheated on Andy with Dwight, cheated on the senator with Dwight, and mentioned two people named John dueling over her when she lived in Ohio. We also know that Angela has a strong hatred for Pam. This is seen countless times throughout the show. I believe this hatred might be because Roy chose to remain engaged to Pam, basically choosing Pam over her. She may have felt that without Pam, she could have had a stronger relationship with Roy. What was it?
That kind of checks out a little bit.
I get that, but I don't know, because the line that always gets me with Angela is when they don't show up to their wedding right away, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll have your appointment with Jim. They always treat the office like a mattress. Like, well, just sleep with the next person." And that line always gets to me because it's like, Angela, you slept with Andy, you slept with Dwight, like you slept with so many people in the office too. Like, I don't get this.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say so many. The same amount of people.
Right, but still, she was kind of a whore. You know.
Yeah, like being all Christian. Like, another favorite Angela line is when they find out she's having the affair with Dwight, and they ask her how she sleeps at night, and she's like, "I have a pillow, I have my book, and I turn my lights out by 8:30."
Didn't you say that to me one time?
I think
Or
I did.
no, I had you listen to that song by John Lennon called "How Do You Sleep," and then you said that.
Okay.
Which,
Right.
if you guys haven't checked that song out, you should check it out. It's on his album Imagine. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. The sixth one. Michael Scott intentionally plays the fool.
Yeah, okay, I think I know which one this is. Go ahead.
Okay. Reddit, yours, pitched this theory that Michael behaves the way he does for his own amusement and to stave off the monotony of life at Dunder Mifflin. As per this theory, Michael meets up with his buddies and regales with them the stories of ridiculous work life. Commenters point out at the moment of the episode Murder, which is my favorite episode of The Office, in which the office's staff plays a murder mystery game. When Jim speaks out against the shenanigans, Michael replies, "No, you shut up. They need this game, Jim. Let's have this stupid little game, all right?" This would support the concept that Michael's acting a fool simply to get himself and others through the day.
Yeah, I mean, like, which I love that. Like, I love that sounds like a pretty reasonable theory, but like I love how Michael is like that. Like he seems to be this idiot boss, but
Yeah.
he genuinely cares about his employees.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like when like I love him and Pam's relationship. Like when she has her art show and like no one shows up and the people who do are being real assholes to her about her painting and stuff. And
Yeah.
he wants to buy it and like he buys it and he's like he tells her he's proud of her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really great. He is a great guy.
Yeah, like I'm not sure if that's where they started with him in the beginning, like writing it, making it, trying to be like the British one, but yeah, it definitely flourished into that, which I liked.
And like that last scene in the Goodbye Michael, where Pam buys a ticket so that she can run in there and say goodbye to Michael properly. You know,
Do you
I,
really want to make me cry right now?
I was I fucking when I saw that when I got my iPhone, like it has nothing to do with it, but it's just that day, so that's how I remember it. Anyway, I watched The Office and I watched that episode and I freaking like I bawled. I almost sobbed when I watched it.
I mean, who wouldn't?
It's like they love each other, and it's just so wonderful.
Okay, this is the seventh theory. There's more. There's like 11, but we won't talk about all of them. Everyone in the office wants to be famous. Redditor Burn Notice lover, and I guess they love Burn Notice too, but whatever.
It's a good show.
I haven't seen. Like I've seen episodes, but I haven't watched it. Anyways, believes there's good reason everyone in the office acts like a crazy person to draw attention from the documentary crew. According to this theory, Michael's persona is an act to benefit the doc. Jim's pranks on Dwight become increasingly outlandish in Jim's bid to become the star of the doc. Kelly wants fame like the Kardashians, and so manufactures drama with Ryan to get screen time, so on and so forth. The characters who don't change are those who either don't care for fame or lack the self-awareness to realize the potential of the situation.
Looking at you, Kevin.
I mean, it makes sense because when the trailer of the doc appeared, and Andy's just sitting on his computer refreshing YouTube, going, "Hey, look, there's another view. Hey, look, there's another view," and it's just him because he's refreshing the page. It's just, Okay, this one I didn't even think of. The eighth one is Stanley and Phyllis had an affair before the show started. Stanley and Phyllis did go way back. Redditor Doug thinks that the two had an affair and broke the concept down thusly. During sexual harassment, when Toby tells everyone they must disclose all officer romances to HR, Phyllis asks if one-night stand count. Stanley has been known to cheat on his wife and spouses. Phyllis is very promiscuous. The two of them have always been very close. Also, in the merger, when Karen can't stand Phyllis's perfume, Stanley mentions that he sat downwind of her stinky perfume for years. Stanley, at one point, may have enjoyed the perfume, but after the affair, the scent turned into a bad memory. Another commenter pointed out in Season 2 Conflict Resolution, there's an exchange in which Phyllis says, "Stanley and I are close too," to which Stanley replies, "We sit close." Perhaps this is a bitter cooing of ex-lovers. You never know.
Hey, you never know, man. You spend a lot of time with people in the office.
I just realized I think the first Christmas one, I don't know, I've been watching it a lot lately, where Creed's just like, "Have we ever?" And Meredith's like, "Yeah, we have." Okay.
Boy.
Hey, you were talking about Kevin. Here's the ninth one. Kevin is a manacle. I don't know how you know that word. He's a genius who manipulates the office out of boredom.
Oh boy.
Okay, Redditor Dinah Wolf, whatever, question whether Kevin is trolling everyone. See, Kevin begins the show as a fairly normal dude, then turns into a complete moron.
Yeah.
However, by the end of the show, he's running a bar, so he has to be kind of smart, right? A notable piece of evidence supporting this theory arose when Kevin proved to be very good at math, when Pi was involved. Could it be that he was actually brilliant and turned into didn't play dumb to amuse himself?
Maybe.
Okay.
I love Kevin, so I'd love that even more. I
And
don't
yes,
know.
he's definitely has changed from like if you watch season 1, he's just very dry. Like
Yeah.
but then like he hams it up throughout the seasons.
Because he's like,
Okay.
I don't do well with stupidity. And then afterwards, he's like, what was it? He said, like, don't make sense, talk big word. Talk
Yeah.
little word. And
Yeah. Because I want to SeaWorld. Do you want to see the world or do you want to go SeaWorld? SeaWorld. Okay, the 10th one. Jim had an affair and the producers helped him cover it up. Redditor and NYC thinks Jim had an affair, and the producers of the documentary within the show protected Jim and Pam's relationship by not showing it. Here's the evidence. A. We don't see much of Jim in Philly once his life only as his life as it relates to Pam. No new coworkers, for instance. Maybe he's just flirting with them. Jim and Pam's relationship gets a bit strange. Nellie asks that Jim's having an affair, and the show never addresses this, only provides evidence that the real problems lie in Pam's issues with physical distance between the two. The boom operator of the documentary crew, Brian, makes a move on Pam. Presumably he would know if Jim is cheating, and that's the reason why Pam's upset, so maybe he thinks it's okay to make a pass at her. In the finale, Meredith states that she earned a PhD, but never showed up in the doc because it wasn't flashy enough. So we know the producers are leaving stuff out. And E, Pam during the Q&A, what Pam is asked during the Q&A why she didn't trust Jim. She starts to answer, but Jim cuts her off. He awkwardly dances around what's going on, but says that it was his fault. Okay, this one I'm not even going to read because it doesn't make sense, but Stanley's in purgatory. After he has his heart attack and the fake fire.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
And the last one, The Office is written by Jim Halpert. Redditor Yonser points out that Jim comes across as a likable character in The Office despite being a lazy, childish pranker. Why? According to this insane fan theory, because Jim wrote The Office and wanted to make himself look good. As per this theory, the show should not be seen as a mockumentary, but a sitcom written by the real-world Jim, employing the documentary crew as a comedic device. It is very meta, and the theory goes on to explain why each character acts the way he or she does in relation to the real-world relationship with Jim the writer. And that's all the insane theories of Dunder Mifflin, or The Office. So I have a question.
Sure.
Do you like Jim as a character?
I fucking love Jim.
I go in waves. He is, I like Jim, and then I hate Jim. I don't know. He's very one or the other with me. I don't know why.
How could you hate Jim? Like, what do you hate about Jim?
Like, some of the stuff that comes off as romantic and nice for Pam just seemed creepy and, like, I don't know. BuzzFeed a while ago had an article why Jim was a douchebag, and I agreed with some of their points.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't like. I hate BuzzFeed. I like some of their stuff, but like, I don't know. No, I don't agree. I maintain that you can have your own opinion, and I don't judge you or anything. But I don't know. I love Jim. I don't see him as a bad guy, but I guess I kind of get what people are saying. But
I mean, and everyone has their moments. I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I'm a perfect person, but like, I feel like Andy is more likable than Jim.
I can see Andy as being more likable because he's typically more positive than Jim.
And
sure.
And he is a bigger kiss ass to begin with, but I feel like being in Scranton it mellows him out.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have anger management issues and like punches walls and
Man, he really doesn't like that wall.
Goes on like a 2-year cruise or 6 months cruise and doesn't tire and all that.
It was 3 months.
Let's see. It's been a while since when I watch The Office, I tend to watch the older, like the beginning seasons.
Yeah.
So let me get your opinion. Okay, season 8 was not good. I'm not gonna defend that it was the best season of The Office. But what'd you think about season 9?
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I feel like season 8 they tried something different because
Michael was
Michael,
gone.
Michael Scott left, so like you can't really do. And they tried to make Andy the new Michael, and it didn't work out as they planned. But definitely in the last season, they got their groove, and they definitely ended it well.
Yeah, they did end it well. I loved it. I have no qualms with anything about The Office at all. I think it was beautifully written. I think it was hilarious, and it was perfectly imperfect, and that's my disposition.
And I mean, did we need Will Ferrell in the last 3 episodes?
No.
Steve Carell's on. No,
I will
but-
say I didn't like that as much.
And did Nelly need to do all the crazy shit she did? No.
No.
But hey, we got what we got, and it wasn't super terrible.
No. Yeah,
But yeah, I can talk about The Office for another hour if you want me to.
I could, but we got other episodes we got to record, brother.
Okay, so yeah, I think we should cut it off here now just so we don't keep talking about The Office.
Sure, that's a good idea. Okay, so thanks so much for listening, guys. We're going to stop it right here. Make sure we are on iTunes now, and we're also on Stitcher. I meant to tell you this, Shane. We're on Stitcher
Okay.
Radio
Oh,
now.
cool. Yay. Cool. Yeah.
And we should be wherever you find your podcasts now. So look us up, rate us. 5-star reviews would be amazing. It really helps the show get out there and helps more people listen. Please, guys, even if you don't like the show or whatever, please take the few seconds it takes to leave a review because it helps us out. And while we're doing this for fun, at the same time, it's a really good morale booster. So,
and if you don't want to leave a review, then reach out to us on Twitter or Facebook.
we will answer always as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Which would be within half hour to an hour, within a quick amount of time. So anyway, subscribe, favorite, review, whatever your podcast app or YouTube. We're still going to stay on YouTube, whatever that allows you to do. And we will see you next time. Our next episode will be a Christmas episode, our Christmas special. So make sure you tune into that. We're going to have a couple surprise guests. So you guys are awesome, and we'll see you next time.